Hey guys, welcome to another Life Success Factors video. It's Craig here, and I wanted to do a quick video today about how you can develop unshakable confidence. And guys, unshakable confidence to deal with all of life's adversity, all of life's challenges, right? By the end of this video, I want to leave you with some real practical advice on how you can develop unshakable confidence in yourself, your ability, and develop that power over your mind to deal with all of the challenges and adversity that life throws at you. So if you want to find out more, then I welcome you to watch the rest of this video, because I truly believe that we all have the potential to be able to conquer life's challenges. And it really starts with dealing with our mindset, developing that mindset and that unshakable confidence to be able to deal with adversity in our life. So I'm going to be going over 5 steps today, okay? Now, the first step is that you've got to be someone different, right? The second step is that you've got to prime yourself. The third step is that you've got to have belief. The fourth step is that you've got to shift your focus. And the fifth step is to create momentum. Okay guys, the first tip I have for you for developing unshakable confidence is that sometimes you've got to be someone else, right? Now, as humans, we've got this natural state where we want to maintain the status quo. We want to maintain this image that we have in ourselves. So if you are, let's say, a quiet person, keeps to themselves, an introvert, then you're not going to change that, because the natural laws of the universe basically state that whatever's in motion will stay in motion, whatever's stationary will remain stationary, and that goes for our emotions as well, and our being. So guys, if you want to grow yourself to be someone who's really extroverted, who's really out there, who's able to be really social, then when you find yourself retreating back into your shell, you've got to just say stop. You've got to recognize that you're displaying that behavior that you want to change, and you've got to take a conscious step to basically be someone different. Okay, you've got to unshackle that view of yourself from, let's say, an introvert or someone who's shy to someone. You've got to visualize the people that that you can aspire to, who display some of those qualities that you want to emulate, right? So say you are an introvert. I'd look at people like The Rock, Kevin Hart. These guys are real extroverts, but if you actually look at their history, they were once really shy people, okay? But they've made a conscious decision to change who they are. And we can learn a lot from that, okay? So we can emulate, we can learn from people who, let's say, have been the way we currently are, and who've now transformed themselves into someone different, right? And by doing this, you start that transformation into someone new, okay? You develop a new confidence that, look, if you are a different way, then you can deal with whatever life throws at you a lot better. So guys, that's the first tip I have for you for developing that unshakable confidence, is that to say to yourself that you can be someone different, and take that conscious step to stopping yourself from continuing on that, let's say, that behavior that that you really want to change. Now guys, this will feel unnatural, but I want you guys to persevere, because this will be really helpful. You'll see the benefits after a week, after 2 weeks, after a month. You'll notice this real big step change in your ability to visualize, to actualize yourself as somebody new. So if you do follow this step, then I highly recommend that you give yourself some time to actually develop those results, and give yourself that runway to transform into that person that is confident, that is able to be really social, that is able to put themselves out there. So I hope this tip is helpful. All right, and now we'll go into the next tip. So the next tip I have for you guys for how you can develop unshakable confidence, to develop that real power to be someone new, is that you've got to start priming yourself, okay? Now, Tony Robbins talks about this concept that we've got a highway to stress, but we've got a dirt road to happiness. And basically what this means is that we've developed all of these negative shortcuts in our mind and in our lives that basically mean that, you know, it's really easy for us to get stressed. And if you think about your day-to-day life, for example, think about your job. You know, how easy is it for you to get into a really stressful state, right? Your manager comes over, tells you that they want something in the next hour, and now you're stressed. Or you're in a relationship and you have an argument with your partner, and now you're both stressed because you know, you're not happy, someone's done something wrong. And it's that cycle that, you know, we're very quick to become stressed and unhappy. But what you want to do is you want to now create shortcuts that'll mean that you're able to take a shortcut to happiness. So instead of taking a shortcut to stress, okay, we can start developing some shortcuts to happiness, right? So one of the things that you can do is when you first wake up, take 10 minutes to yourself, right? Now, if you don't have 10 minutes to yourself, guys, you know, you've really got to start reevaluating how you're structuring your life, right? You want to give yourself a little bit of time each day to look after yourself, to look after your mental well-being, because that's really important, okay? So what you want to do, the first thing when you wake up, take 10 minutes to yourself, and this is something that I learned from Tony Robbins. You want to start off with a minute or two of really rapid breathing, okay? So take really short, sharp breaths. What that is going to do for you is that it's going to wake you up. It's going to change your physiology, okay? It's going to make you a lot more alert, right? Once you're alert, then you're awake. You're in a state of mind where you can actually start absorbing things, right? So once you're in that alert state, I want you to spend some time, maybe take 3 or 4 minutes to think about the 3 things in your life that you are grateful for, right? Because when you focus on things that you are grateful for, you've got no space. Your mind has no space to think about the negative things in your life. It doesn't have the time and the space or the ability to think about the things that stress you out, right? So what are those things? I want to challenge you guys to think about, let's say, 3 things that you are really grateful for in your life, okay? Now, I can give you some ideas. Some of the things that you could think about is, okay, your health, your kids, your partner, your life, your career, the fact that, you know, you get to enjoy yourself on the weekend. Maybe that's something that you're grateful for. Maybe you get to do something for work that really makes you happy, right? Maybe that gives you a sense of purpose. Whatever that is, I want you to really focus on that for 3 minutes or 4 minutes, okay? Because by doing that, you're bringing up all of these positive emotions, this positive energy. And this positive energy is what's going to develop up a really unshakable confidence and positive vibe about you, right? And so, guys, that's the second tip I have for you for helping you develop that unshakable confidence. Okay, so the third tip that I want to give you guys for how you can develop unshakable confidence is belief. Now, I've talked about the belief, potential, action, results cycle in a previous video, so I encourage you guys to check that out. But essentially, this concept centers around the fact that every human has unlimited potential. We all have the same potential inside us, but what differentiates the successful from those that aren't is that they're able to actually harness the majority or all of the potential that they have in themselves. And the way they do that is by having unshakable belief in their abilities and in their results and also actions. So guys, think about it this way. If you agree that we all have unlimited potential, which we do, but you have very little belief, then what that's going to mean is that you're not going to turn that belief into action, right? And if you don't turn that belief into action and you're not making or you're not taking steps to achieve results, you're not going to achieve results. And when you don't achieve results, that's going to further reduce the belief that you have in yourself in being able to achieve those results. So it's a virtuous cycle, guys, where because you don't take action, you don't achieve the results, and the fact that you don't achieve the results actually leads to lower levels of belief and faith that you have that ability, that you have that confidence. So I want you guys to think about developing that unshakable belief in yourself. And I'll give you guys a bit of a tip here. Unshakable belief comes from actually believing that you can achieve the results that you seek. Now, you need to create that certainty in your mind of the results. You've got to be able to visualize what the result looks like. So say you want to lose weight, right? To be able to lose weight, to be able to develop that belief that you can actually do it, you need to have a result. You need to have a goal in mind, right? Say you want to lose 10 kilos. You need to visualize yourself 10 kilos lighter. Maybe there was a time in your life where you weighed less than you do now. Okay, you want to internalize how that made you feel. Maybe you were able to fit into that dress. Maybe you were able to, wear those jeans or wear that really nice suit that made you feel $1 million, that made you feel like you were worth it. And so by internalizing those results, what that's going to do is that it's going to develop up your belief in the outcome, right? So once you develop up the belief in the outcome, the action is actually really simple, right? You know what you need to do. You can really easily recruit your brain to work for you instead of against you. And so your brain will figure it out. Your brain will tell you that, okay, I do need to, cut down on the amount of sodas or soft drinks or sugary foods. Okay, your brain will tell you what you need to do, but you need to be able to visualize the outcome. You need to be able to tap into those, visualize the results and turn that into that unshakable belief in yourself. Okay, guys. So the fourth tip that I have for you is that you need to shift your focus, right? Now, it's no secret that our brains have evolved over, hundreds, if not thousands of years, where our reticular activation system is so well developed at focusing on a specific outcome or target that our brain blurs everything else out, and so we only see what we want to see. Now, how many times have you gone looking for something but have not found it, and at some point in the future you've come back and it's been right under your nose? And guys, that's a perfect example of our reticular activation system focusing so intently on something that we actually don't see the thing that we seek. Our brains are subconsciously focusing on something else instead of focusing on the thing that is important, that is really important to us. So this goes for confidence as well, and that belief in yourself. Okay, if you ask yourself a very poor question, you're going to get a very poor answer, right? Your brain focuses on what you tell it to focus. So the way you help develop up your ability to have that unshakable confidence in yourself is that you need to actively target and shift your focus. Right. If you want to achieve results, you want to be able to focus on the thing that you want to achieve, right? And by doing so, you're telling your brain that this is what I need to target, right? And it's not hard to target. You can actually change your belief like that. You can change your focus like that. Okay, so for example, just think about the things, as we did before, think about the things that you're grateful for, right? What happens when you think about those things that you're grateful for? You smile, you feel proud, right? You feel happy about the things that you're grateful for. And in the same way, you can shift your focus almost instantaneously, but it takes active effort to be able to do that. So guys, that's my fourth tip for being able to develop that unshakable confidence is to be able to shift your focus on the outcome, shift your focus onto believing that you can be confident. Okay guys, and the fifth and final tip that I have for you for developing unshakable confidence is to create some momentum, right? So now we've done all the talking, we've done the hypothesizing and theorizing about what you can do to develop that unshakable confidence. Now is the time to actually put it into action. And if you listen to Tony Robbins, he talks about this 3-step process, right? You need to decide, you need to commit, and then you need to resolve, right? So the decision is basically when you're at war, right, with yourself, and you're trying to decide which course of action to take. Is it option A or option B? Do I want to lose 5 kilograms, or do I want to lose 10 kilograms in weight? Do I want to make $100,000 this year, or do I want to make $500,000 this year? Right? So it's deciding on what your goal actually is, right? Do you want to develop unshakable confidence, or do you not, right? It's about deciding whether it's what outcome you're seeking, right? Now, once you've decided, then it's really about committing, right? Now, committing turns that decision into something that's long-term, right? So when you come up against adversity, because you've committed to it, you're not going to stray from the path, right? You're not going to be discouraged if you hit a roadblock, right? Say there's a week and you're trying to lose weight, but you haven't lost the weight that you hoped you would in that week, right? When you commit to something, you've told your brain that you've got so much confidence in your ability to lose weight that you will achieve that goal, if not this week, then the next week, right? Now, the final step of this process is the resolution. This is where you develop that. You focus so much, you believe in the result, okay? And when you believe in the result, there's nothing that can take that away from you, right? It's almost a foregone conclusion. And there's no question about whether it'll happen, because it will happen, because you will make it happen. How many times have we heard the phrase, necessity is the mother of all invention? Do you think that, everyone who, created or who achieved great success in the world knew the answer before they started? Of course not. Did Thomas Edison know how to create a light bulb before he did? No, he didn't. Did Albert Einstein know the theory of relativity before he came up with it? He didn't. What he had was that unshakable belief and resolve in himself that he would find a way, And in the same way, we need to have that unshakable resolve in ourselves, being able to achieve that result, okay? Achieve that goal, achieve that outcome. And once we have that, then it's not a question of if, it's just a question of when. And you can recruit all of the other things that we talked about to help develop that roadmap to success for you, right? That roadmap to you achieving that goal. So guys, those are the 5 tips that I have for you for being able to develop that unshakable confidence in yourself, that unshakable resolve that you can achieve what you want in your life, right? Now, I hope that by putting these things into action, you're able to hit all of the goals, all of the outcomes, all of the success that you have visualized for yourself in your life, right? If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like down below. Also leave a comment, let me know what you thought. What do you do to achieve outcomes in your life? What do you do to achieve unshakable confidence? I'd love to know, guys, and I'm sure that everyone else who views this video would love to know as well. So I'd really appreciate you helping them out. Also, remember to please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Guys, I'll also have a blog write-up on this over at my blog at www.lifesuccessfactors.com. So I appreciate if you hit the link below and check out the article where I go a lot more in depth into the things that I talked about today. And I hope you had, I hope you got some real value out of this, and I'll see you in the next video.